There's a really cool side Easter egg that you can do right now in Forsaken that's going to give you a pretty nice reward. You can get a free perk, potentially a free wonder weapon, some salvage, as well as a high tier weapon, and even an Easter egg song called Samantha's Ballad. It's a reprise of Samantha's Lullaby and it sounds great, so I would say that this is well worth doing. This Easter egg involves Bubby from Burger Town, really hard to say that with a straight face, as well as the blue ether bunny that you've probably seen in Cold War. So today I'm going to be showing you how to do the Bubby Bunny Easter egg. No, my lip did not get stung by a bee, that's just what I'm calling it. So this Easter egg involves a PhD slider, so you're going to want to buy this before you even start it, but make sure your PhD slider is tier 5 because you need the explosion that you get from jumping from a height. And we're going to be finding this ether bunny and it will appear in one of 3 spots. Round the map there's going to be 3 of these what look to be explosion marks, and what you'll need to do is slide off or jump from a high place and land on or near these little explosion marks to uncover the ether bunny, or if you don't get the ether bunny from it, you'll get a power up. I'm going to be showing you where all 3 of these spots are as well as how to do them, because one of them is a little bit tricky. So once you have a PhD slider, head over to the bar rooftop. This is going to be your first location, and by the way, feel free to do any of these in any order you want, and go to where I go on this gameplay and you'll be able to get a very easy line of sight on the explosion mark, and you'll be able to just run, slide, and then let PhD do its thing. Remember, you have to be doing these from heights, so that's why we're on the roof. This next one is going to be the one that could be tricky, but if you do what I do on this guide, it should go pretty smoothly. Make your way up to the Speed Cola roof at any town rooftops, and you'll see just outside of the theater there is another explosion mark. Now the trick here, which is what I did, is to mantle on these sandbags, walk backwards on the railing, and then just slide straight off, and you should have hit that explosion mark. Don't worry yourself if you don't do this one first try, believe me, it took me a few tries, but if you line it up to where I did in my game, then this should be a piece of cake. You'll either get the bunny or your power up, and if you don't get the bunny, then here is the final spot. This one is going to be just opposite the theater, in this little corner where this car is, and you're just going to want to not jump on the car because that's not high enough. You're going to want to jump on these metal boxes and then jump off onto the explosion mark. And this one is where I got my bunny, so once you've got your ether bunny, grab it, and then we're going to make our way over to Burger Town. And I'm just going to say before we start, make sure you have everything that you need, such as like a wonder weapon. I strongly advise bringing a ray gun if you can. You can actually get a free one by doing the Ronald ray gun Easter egg, which I did do a guide on. If you would like to watch that, I'll put it in an iCard and link it in the description for you. Or maybe a Chrysalax or a really tanky pack-a-punched gun, just something that is going to output a lot of damage to get a lot of kills really fast, because you're going to be doing a defense mission, so just prepare yourself. Oh, and Semtexes and C4 help a lot with this too. But once you're ready, go over to Bubby outside of Burger Town. He's the Burger Town mascot. Go behind him and you'll be able to open up the back of him and you'll be able to interact with him to place the bunny you picked up inside of him, and then once you do that, his eyes are going to glow all purpley and fiery, and this mad lad is going to start spitting out burgers at you, which you may find useful because if you eat them, they will instantly put you back up to 250 health. So if you're ever in a pickle, eat a burger. There's going to be a green zone around you, and there's going to be these portals opening up, and you'll notice that there's a timer as well, and a Bubby health bar, so you're going to need to be defending our boy. You don't have to worry too much about your own health because obviously he's just made it rain burgers, so you'll be fine, just keep that in mind. But these zombies are going to start off very slow and there's not going to be many of them, and you may be thinking that it's fairly straightforward, but it actually gets a bit harder the further down the timer goes. And it got to a point where when I did mine, my Bubby lost an awful lot of health and he had an absolute inch of a health left by the time I actually finished the side quest. I was saved by the timer. Ring of Fire would have been really useful for this. I actually didn't have it in my game. You're barely gonna even have time to reload, so Speed Cola would be useful as well. Expect to be paid a visit from some panzers, but if you just do what I'm doing, you just keep this general area clear and keep micromanaging both sides as well as Bubby, then it should go fairly smoothly. I think you have to do this for 2 minutes. If things get too dicey or you need a second to reload, then throw a Semtex at Bubby or something just to clear zombies for a little bit so you can quickly reload. And once this is done, you're going to see a chest right in front of Bubby, and in it is going to be all of your rewards, your free perk, potential wonder weapon, another normal weapon that's usually a pretty high tier, some salvage, and obviously Samantha's Ballad. Congratulations. But anyway, I'm going to leave this video here today. If you enjoyed or found this helpful, then be sure to smash the like button, comment your thoughts on this little Easter egg down below, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, you won't regret it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.